Hello family, my name is Chris, I am your home gamer dad, and welcome to my session for Sonic Roll. For this particular run, we are going to be going through the Stardust Speedway zone. Normally, whenever you do your first run of this game, you should always do the Green Hill zone. It's the easiest one to go through, the most basic, and you'll be able to kind of get a good idea of how the game plays going through that way. There are a bunch of other playthroughs right now on YouTube that have Sonic and his team going through Green Hill Zone. So for my 2 sessions, maybe I'll do more. It really all depends on how you guys enjoy this and whatnot. You gotta let me know down in the comment section below. My 2 sessions are going to be first in the Stardust Speedway Zone and then next in the Lava Reef Zone. So at least you can see a little bit more in terms of what the game has, how this would compare to Green Hill Zone, how the Badniks would compare, things along that ways, and just generally how the game ramps up difficulty as you go from one zone to another. So even though the game does have a solo mode where you just need one character, I think like a magic number for solo is 2. Yes, you're playing two-handed technically, but this is kind of how I feel the game works the best. Like, this is a 1 to 4 player game. The magic number of players is 2 or 3. This way you're able to keep things moving along quickly, but also you're not waiting forever for your turn to get there. So this, I think, is a great setup right here, and we're actually going to be taking Sonic and Tails through the Stardust Speedway Zone. In the next episode, we will be going with Knuckles and Amy so you can see what they look like. And again, if you guys enjoy this and you want to see the final zone of it, which I believe is the chemical plant, then I will absolutely do that, and you can tell me which characters you would want to see me play as. As you can see, we already have a Chaos Emerald up here. I am doing kind of a pseudo campaign of sorts. I played Green Hill twice in order to at least get 1 Chaos Emerald going into here, so you can see how that works. The campaign in this is you're going through all 4 stages with the attempt to get all 7 Chaos Emeralds by going through the bonus zones. Now, the bonus zones over here are a stack all together, and the thing is, with this, you could have a 4x4 grid on the field where you're picking it up randomly like that, making it feel more like a bonus zone. But for the sake of space I have, I'm just using it as a stack. So pretty much what this means is this emerald can be used by either Sonic or Tails once for this entire game, and they would have to spend 5 of their held rings in order to activate it. If they have any rings that they saved from a star post, they would not be able to do that. So that's something that they're going to have to consider and think about in order to be able to do. The green Chaos Emerald here is you add a blue and a yellow dice to your dice pool, and then you may spend a dice on either path of a challenge. So that means you would either can go on the top or bottom, even if you're already going one way or the other. So it's pretty powerful that way, where you can jump paths magically as Chaos does. All right, back over here to the Speedway Zone. Let's go ahead and shuffle these up and deal out the 8 zone cards that we will need in order to get through this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is for a 1 or 2 player game. You have 8 of these zone cards. If you had a 3 player game, you would do 9. If you had a 4 player game, you would do 10. You still have extra, so every time you play through, you're going to have a different series of zones that you're going to need to complete in order to finish the level. I may just keep these slightly out of camera, just enough so I can see it, but at the same time, it's not going to completely overtake everything, but we have our first 3 routes right here that we need to take. Now, Stardust Speedway Zone has different rewards at the end of the paths over here. For the top one, we have 5 rings that you would collect. The middle one will be an automatic star post, which is nice to save your rings and get into that bonus zone. And then the last one is a boost token, which is what you use in order to do any type of rerolls. Within the paths themselves, you'll notice that there are a bunch of bumpers, and unlike Green Hill Zone, who has a lot of white bordered bumpers, these are specific colors. So in order to go through these bumpers, you need to have the same number consecutively in a row, but in this case, they need to be the same color and number. So if I put like a yellow 4 here, this has to be a yellow 4. If I put like a yellow 2 here, this has to be a yellow 2, and so on. Up here though, if I had like a yellow 3, this just needs to be a 3. That's going to be red, yellow, or blue because it has the white background. So definitely looking to be going on the top on a lot of these. A few different bonuses that I can hit in here. This should be pretty fun. Lot of area. Interesting. All right, let's speed right into the game then. If you haven't seen my how to play, I would definitely recommend checking that out so at least you get a good idea of what's happening as I'm going, or you can just learn as I play because I will be dictating what I'm doing going forward. starting with Sonic the Hedgehog. He is going to be our first player, and we are going to go and choose one of these 3 abilities. Each one of these 3 abilities is basically going to build his dice pool based on how many dice we're rolling and how many times we would need to roll them. So going from left to right, we have Super Peel Out. We would roll 6 blue dice. We don't get the reroll, so whatever we roll is what we roll. And then on that roll, which is just the initial roll for building the dice pool, we discard the lowest results in your dice pool. So that means if out of these 6, one of them was a 1, then that would go away. But if 3 of them were a 1, all 3 would go away. And that's just the lowest possible number I can think of on a dice. Obviously, whatever the lowest number is would be gone. Spin Dash. Repeat the roll until 2 results in your dice pool match. So you're rolling 2 dice, a blue and a red, and you keep rolling until you get 2 matching numbers. So you could effectively have 8 dice in this pool if you get really lucky and roll like a 1 and a 6, and then a 2 and a 3, and then a 4 and a 5, because then whatever you roll after that is going to match something. But you also could get unlucky and roll doubles right off the hop. So you gotta watch that as you go. And then finally we have the Drop Dash, where we're rolling 3 yellow dice only once. When we spend a yellow dice, we gain a blue dice so long as we spend that yellow dice on a zone card. So as long as it's in the zone and not on a badnik, we would gain a blue dice. Also remember, blue dice are run dice. We can spend them without re-rolling. Yellow dice are jump dice. He will always gain a ring whenever he spends it. And then red dice are useful against badniks. Sonic's special ability is the Insta Shield, Avoid. I can use this to change a blue dice into a red dice, and I can also change its results by 1. I could do this in order to avoid an attack, or I can do it just to change the value of the dice. This will refresh at the beginning of each one of his turns. Oddly enough, I have a lot of yellow bumpers ahead of me, so I'm going to go ahead and do a Drop Dash right in the beginning here for our first dice pool in Stardust Speedway. Ready, Sonic? Here we go. All right, so we got 3 yellow dice right here. We are going to be doing the Drop Dash. Whatever we roll is what our dice pool is. We have a 2, a 1, and a 3. This was a 3. I just moved over to that one. I was trying to move it this way. Our options right now are 5, 3, 4, and 3. If I go with this 3, then everybody gets a badnik. Normally, the way this works is whoever activated this spot will get a badnik, and then they give a badnik to another player. Because it's 2 players, it's always going to be the other person. We can only have a maximum of 3 badniks, so it's not so bad. But at least if I do that, I can start working my way through the bumpers up here and hopefully getting out of this faster. Or I can spend a 3 right here in order to get a power up, and then I have to spend another dice right on the other side in order to continue along the path, and that has a badnik. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to just go ahead and spend this yellow dice right here. First off, that means that Sonic does get a ring, so he gets something at least to protect him. I'll have that over on the side. In addition to that, because I did the Drop Dash in his dice pool, he immediately gets a blue dice added to it, and that is a 1. This was also a 1. It doesn't really matter. I can't spend any of these anyway. Whenever you roll a dice into your dice pool for the first time, it counts as it's being built into it, so it avoids any type of damage that a badnik would do to Sonic, to Tails, or whoever rolls that dice. All right, everybody gets a badnik, so Sonic gets the Dango. Oh, goodness gracious. Defeat. If this magnet is not upside down, tilt this magnet upside down instead of discarding it, then re-roll the spin die. Do not collect a reward. Interesting. Huh. Oh, I see. You got to fight this thing twice. The first time you hit it, you flip it over onto its back. The second time you hit it, that's when it's finally defeated. Oh, man. That's annoying. And then we have Cannabun going to Tails over here. Cannot spend a dice on this badnik unless your dice pool contains an odd number of dice. Oh, boy. Okay. That's going to be interesting. Well, now we get to re-roll these dice. I gotta hope to not roll a 1 or a 2, or else the Dango Bud is gonna get me. I rolled a 2, but it's a yellow 2. That's fine, because it's only a blue 2 or a blue 1. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that 5 right here. Well, actually, you know what? First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this 4, and I'm gonna put it right here and start up this path. So now I can completely bypass these 2 bottom ones right here by placing this blue 4, because it can be any color, because it's a white spot. This blue 4, I keep messing up, come here, right there. That gains me 3 rings. So I'll take these 3 rings and I'll give them to Sonic. And because I spent a blue dice, that means I can spend another dice from my dice pool without re-rolling it. So I'm actually going to take this 5, put this up here, gain another ring, and Sonic gains an additional boost token. You can have as many boost tokens as you want on your character. The more you have, the better, obviously, because then you'll be able to do a bunch of re-rolls, but at the very least, this will be something that I can use for a little bit later. All right, I traded in Sonic's rings, so now he has 5. He's holding 5. These are not saved. These are only what he has. So if he takes damage from anything, then he is going to lose his rings first. I do have 2 boost tokens, and I have the my Avoid Shield. I do get a blue dice, so I will roll that into my pool. Because of the drop dash, I spent this on a zone card, so that means I get a blue dice, and no matter what this rolls on, it's a 4, doesn't really matter. If it was a 1 or a 2, it would not hit me. But now I'm in the next round, so I'm going to go ahead and I will take both of these and I will roll them like so. I got a 5 and a 4. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get rid of this Badnik. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over my Insta Shield here, and then I can change a blue dice to a red dice. So then this blue dice would then become a red 5. And for my turn, I'm going to go ahead and activate the Dango. And this says defeat. If this Badnik is not upside down, tilt this Badnik upside down instead of discarding it, then re-roll the spent dice. So it goes basically like this. And now I have to re-roll it. And if I get another 5, I can actually defeat it. So this is still all part of the same turn. This is still part of the same roll, and I got a 2. That's fine. I'm not going to really do anything with it. I think I don't lose my turn, though, because even though I spent the dice, it said to re-roll the spent dice. I don't know. I'm actually not 100% sure on how that works, but I think it just re-rolls and goes back into my pool. If it was a 5, I could jump on it again in order to defeat it, which would be great. Unfortunately, it's a 2, but I do have a red dice in this now, so I do have an option. I still get to spend a dice, which I believe I get to do, so I'm going to go ahead and take this yellow dice. I'm going to pop it up here to the top. That's going to earn me 3 rings, 1 for the yellow dice, and then 2 for the reward. And then I get to roll a blue dice into the pool, which is a 3. Now I'm on my reroll step now, so it doesn't really matter. We'll take both of these. Please don't be a 2 or a 1. That is a 4 and a 1. Unfortunately, neither helped me, so I'm going to have to use my boost token in order to re-roll these again in the hopes for something else. I got a 6 and a 4. I think I can use the 6. Yes, I can use the 6 right here. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this 6 right here. That is going to activate a star post, which means I can take all of these rings, which Sonic has 8 rings altogether. And even though it then opens him up to taking a hit from a Badnik, I'm going to go ahead and save those from the star posts. Because I saved 5 or more, we go to the bonus zone. So I'm going to flip over this top one here. I get a boost token back, which is awesome. So that comes, and because it's a white one, I bumper into something. So I get another draw. I'm just going to leave these off to the side. And I get a power up, but then my turn in the special zone ends. So what does Sonic get? Ooh, he gets a fire shield. Oh, that's awesome. This says fire shield. Spend a die of any color on a challenge that requires red once per turn. That is awesome because the things that require red are actually bumpers. So I'll be able to hold on to this for right now. You'll see the fire shield down here. I know what it does. So that's awesome, actually. And because I spent the blue die here, I do get the run, so I'm just going to go ahead, pop that here, and that's going to be that. So I'll get another boost token, and that's it. Wow, look at how good Sonic did on his turn. Holy jeez, good job. All right, Sonic has 3 boost tokens right now, so now it is on to Tails. Tails' special ability is Buddy Flight. Spend a yellow dice. May lower the results of this die by an amount, then change the result of the spent die by the amount. Place a die here with the result of 2, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so basically, this is going here as a 2. Whenever I roll a yellow, I can lower this down by pips, 1, and then get rid of it, and then change the result of a yellow die that I'm going to spend by that amount. I can use this on Sonic if I have any left over, or I can just kind of save it for Tails. Problem is right now is Tails has this guy right here, and I cannot spend anything unless I have an odd number of dice, which is great for him because I have a spin jump. But first we're going to talk about Fly. We roll 4 yellow dice twice. So we're rolling 4, and then after we roll it, we save matching pairs and discard the rest. If there's no matching pairs, save one of any, then discard the rest. So out of the 4, anything that's paired, you save. If it's a triple, you only save 2 of them. You can't save all 3. You can only save 2. So your best bet is if you had 2 pairs with these, and then you would roll it again and do the same thing again. So you could have 8 dice, or you could have 2, because you're allowed to at least save 1 from the first roll or 1 from the next roll. Next, we have the spin jump. Spend a red, gain a yellow if spent on a badnik. That's kind of what I hope to do. I want to get rid of this thing immediately. Finally, we have Propeller Tail, a 4 blue dice roll, and on a reroll, gain a yellow if 2 or more dice were spent since the last reroll. So if I spend 2 dice on my turn, because these are run dice, we're supposed to do that, then when I do the reroll, I roll a yellow dice into the pool, which is very, very nice. So what I'm going to be doing is spin jumping, hoping to get a 3 out of those 3 yellows here in order to be able to get rid of this. I'm sorry, reds in order to get rid of this. If anything, I do have a boost token. This only works on yellow. Just remember that. All right, tails never fails. Here we go. 3 red dice, and we get, there it is, beautiful, a 6, a 3, and a 4. I would love at this point to use the 4 to continue up over here, but Sonic's Fire Shield is actually really good, and I'm not too worried about that. And because I'm going to be using a red dice in order to defeat a badnik, I will get a yellow dice. And what's awesome is I do this, it hits it, and I had an odd number of dice, that was 3, so I could spend it on this. Boop, it goes away, bang, and Tails earns himself a little animal companion. So I'm just gonna put these down here. We'll put that right here as like his, he's earned this and whatnot. You won't be able to ever lose these at all, but it's just fun to see. And then I'll remind every so often how many rings they each have in their saved areas. All right, with that, we just kind of roll the yellow dice in. It doesn't matter because we spent it on the badnik. Now we're in the reroll phase. I don't have to worry about not rolling anything good because nothing's gonna hurt me unless I don't have a space in order to go with places. 2 5s and a 3. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to change this to a 1, so I'm able to use 1 point to change the value of a yellow dice by 1, and we'll turn this into a 4, and we'll put this right here. So Tails is not only going to get 2 rings, but he will get a 3rd ring for using the yellow dice, which is awesome. And then, of course, that satisfies the condition up here for the same color and the same number going through the bumpers. Now, I just need a 4 to go here, and I have 2 red dice to do that and a boost token. I need a 4, I need a 3, a 2, and then another 4 down here would actually do this as well. So I got a few options ahead of me. Here's hoping I find something good. All right, roll it up in the reroll step. What do we got? We got 2 3s. All right, well, for the sake of it all, because I don't really want to use my boost token, we're going to go back down here. Now, this means I have to roll 1 hazard dice. The hazard dice are these black dice right here, and if I roll it, and sometimes you roll 1, sometimes you roll up to 3, which is what this one is down here. If any of the hazard dice match any of the dice in your dice pool, you take a damage. The best time to use these is when you're using your last dice, because no matter what you roll, you don't have a dice pool, so you're all good. However, unfortunately, because I have 1 in here, there is a 1 in 6 chance that I'm going to be taking a damage, and I do not. So that is good right there. Now, I go again, so let's re-roll this one to a 5. Sadly, situations like this dictate that you need to use a boost token in order to be able to re-roll and hopefully get something good. What do I got? I got a 1. A 1 is perfect. Actually, 1 is great. I can put the 1 right here and go to the star post, right? That's the best one? Yeah, that's the best one. You don't have to save your rings. I only have 3 rings right now, and I don't actually want to save that. I would rather wait until I had 5 or more because I want to get into that bonus zone in order to find some Chaos Emeralds. So with that said and done, Tails has finished his turn. He is done. He still has 1 pip right here if Sonic ever rolls in a yellow, but it is now back to Sonic's turn. We're going to flip this back over, and now we get to figure out which one of these he's going to do. I want to get rid of this thing, so we're going to go ahead and do the spin dash. And the way the spin dash works, as I said, is we get to roll 1 blue and 1 red, and we keep rolling until we get a pair of numbers. All right, so first roll, we get a 3 and a 4. All right, so we put those up there. So those are not matching, so we get to roll another set of dice, and we got 2 5s. So that immediately ends what we got here. That is the end of our, rolling steps. Our dice pool has been built. And now we get to go ahead and spend some dice. I actually have quite a number of options here, plus being able to get rid of my bad nick. So I'm going to probably do that in a few different ways. First I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 5 here, this blue dice, and we're going to put it on the end. So now we've officially finished this route for Stardust Speedway. I get 2 rings plus another 5 rings. So I got 7 rings. That is great because that means that if Sonic goes into a star post, I am right in that bonus zone. Hurrah! That's amazing. Then, because I spent a blue dice, well, first things first, all of this goes away, and Sonic actually claims this particular route for him. And basically what it is this is how many speed points he gets for the end of the game. Whoever has the most speed points gets like 200 points or something like that. To be 100% honest with you, I really don't pay attention to the point values with this. I know it's semi-cooperative game where everyone works together in order to beat this, but there's a more winner, whoever has the most points. I generally don't care about any of that, but it's fun to see how many points everyone gets anyway. Before I do anything else, why don't we go ahead and reload this right here just to see what our next one is. Wow, look at all that stuff. It's a lot of any dice, which is great. No bumpers on this one. 2, oh wow, I could actually hit 2 special zones on that. And this one, oh man, a red 2 forces me to take a time token immediately there. Oh, I got 2 spots for possible time tokens. If you take time tokens and you can't take it, or you take the last one, it's an immediate game over. That is bad. Ooh, this one's gonna be tough. But regardless of anything, let's go ahead and take this red 5 right here. Jump on this guy's back, and because he is already upside down, we have officially defeated him. I have a pile of these guys off to the side, and now Sonic has himself a friendly little animal friend that he has rescued. All right, let's go ahead and re-roll these 2 dice. In the re-roll step, we have 2 5s once again. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use his Insta-Shield. I can do this in order to just change the values on any dice. It says change a blue to a red, so this blue would then become a red 5, and I'm going to change the value of it to a 4, and we're going to spend that right here on this other bumper. So that kind of almost clears out a full path here. The next 6 that's rolled will finish up this route. All right, we get a power up for Sonic, and we get invincible damage. Discard 1 die and ignore damage. So if I were to take any damage for the remainder of this particular round, I would just discard a die and I wouldn't take it. So let's see if we would have any damage done to us by having a poor roll. Rather than doing a boost token, that is a 5. I can't put that anywhere. Instead of me doing something, I'm going to go ahead and just discard this. That means the Invincible takes it. Hooray, hurrah, I've avoided the damage. This is now discarded because it's the end of Sonic's turn. And there we go. All right, over the Tails. Tails is going to go back up to 2. What are you going to do? Let's do your specialty. Let's go ahead and fly. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to roll 4 yellow dice, saving any pairs. If there are no pairs, I get to pick whatever it is that I want to save. And we roll this twice. So this is the first roll right here. So we roll it down and I have a pair of 5. So these stay, these get discarded. And now we do it again. Here we go. Ready? And I have a pair of 2. So I have 2 5s and 2 2s. And that is Tails' stuff. And it kind of really doesn't matter which one I do here because that's not a bumper. Nope, that's not a bumper. Let's just take a 5. I don't know why. I feel like the 5 is the best one to do. So that is a power up for Tails, plus he gets a ring that I have over on the side. So we'll give him a ring for spending the yellow. He then also gets a power up, which is a 1-up. Oh, that's cool. So the 1-up basically means he just gets to add a dice to his dice pool. What am I going to add? Let's add a blue because I like doing the run dice because whatever this happens to be, I mean, I can't spend it now, obviously. But whatever this happens to be, if I can spend it on the next turn, then I can just spend another dice and just put more down. So here we go. We're in the re-roll step right now. All of these get re-rolled, and we got, Jesus criminy, 1 1 1 3. All right, that didn't really work out as well as I thought it was going to, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and swap that to a 1. Actually, we're just going to get rid of it altogether because I can take this 3 and I can add 2 to it to make it a 5 and drop that down there. Getting Tails 3 rings, 2 from the spot and then 1 from the yellow. And now that finishes that bumper, meaning that all I would need is either a 6 in order to save everything or a 3. Well, I'll be honest with you, either works. A 3 will get him into a special zone. A 6 will get him to a special zone as well. Actually, a 3 would get him to the special zone twice, so I'd rather have the 3. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any more of that dice left as things fall over. What do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I'll reduce that in a moment, but let's go through the reroll then. And by reduce it, I mean taking 5 of them and replacing it for a 5 count ring, just to make things a little bit easier. Anyway, re-rolling right now because we spent that dice right there on his turn. Yes, I found the 3. Oh, that's great. Can I use this 4 on anything? I cannot. I need a 2, a 6, and that's really it. I know I need this 3. This 3 is way more important because I can put this 3 right here because that activates the special zone, so Tails will be able to flip, and then we can go to the start post where you can save all of his rings and then activate it again. Right into the special zone, flipping the first one. All right, so that's very helpful. Oh, that's very helpful. Tails gets a boost token back, which is great. And because it is a white bumper, he gets to go ahead and draw again. He gets a second boost token. Oh, that's fantastic. Amazing. And because he finished that zone card at the end of the goal, we had a star post. We're going to go ahead and save his 7 rings, which means because we save 5 or more, we get to go ahead back into the bonus zone. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, flip. He found it. He found the Chaos Emerald. Yes, good boy, Tails. Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay, so this Chaos Emerald is Tails. He's the only one that can use it for this round. He doesn't have to spend anything to use it, but at least it is his. He found the white Chaos Emerald. He gets a dice of any type he wants, and you may re-roll a dice in your dice pool as the selected colored dice. You may re-roll a dice in your dice pool as the selected colored dice. Interesting. What does that mean? Okay. So what this is saying is that I can change a dice in my pool to the same color as to whatever it is I added, and then I re-roll that dice that I changed the color. So if I added a red, I can change a blue or a yellow to a red, and then I would re-roll that red. Okay, that's cool. That's really, really cool. I'm going to put this down here, just to have something to show for Tails. Yeah, oh man, that is awesome. God, Chaos Emerald. But that also means this whole thing gets reshuffled. And I am 2 out of 7 Chaos Emeralds collected to be able to get to the unlockable stuff within this game. Yes, this game has unlockables. It's fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and remove all of these yellow dice. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. So now Tails has himself a zone card that he can add to his collection. And we flip the next one over. Not many on this one. A lot of blue, it looks like. That's cool. So we got bumper, bumper 2, bumper, bumper. And that should bounce around. Looks like we're going to probably get some badniks again. All right, not bad, not bad. We're also really close on this one. So we got, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and just re-roll right here because we got to do this re-roll anyway. Got a 5 and a 1. I'm going to use the 5, put that right here for the blue bumper in order to gain Tails a boost token. So it's always nice to have those. And I do not have a space to put a 1, so we're just going to go ahead and re-roll that. I really don't want to take any damage here, so we'll see what we can get. Come on, come on, come on. Give me something good. I got a 6. Oh, it's a good and yet a bad thing. All right, well, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. So we're going to put the 6 right here, which does gain Tails a ring, which is nice. That'll be a little bit of protection, but everybody does get a badnik now. But Tails gets another boost token. All right, Tails is up to 4 boost tokens, which is insane. Now we get badnik. So he gets the Kabasira, X, so X. X equals the last spent dice number. Oh my goodness. So he spent a 6, so that's a 6. So if I roll a 6 of anything, he will deal damage. Interesting. So it's the last spent dice number. I wonder if that changes even if Sonic starts spending dice. I would probably say it does. Yeah, it has to, or else it'd be really confusing trying to remember whatever the last dice that Tails did. Hotaru, reroll hazard dice for each reroll. 1 black, oh gosh, so if I'm in my reroll step, I have to roll 1 black dice for each Hotaru in play. Oh, you gotta go. Oh, he doesn't hit me for anything, he just makes me roll black dice every reroll. No. All right, so we're actually going to take this off first before I end Tails' turn. He gets another one of these, which is great. Speeding through these zones, which is awesome. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. 3 blue in a row. Man, I think Sonic's going to go ahead and do this super peel out style. Actually, yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's flip this back over. We're going to take our 6 blue dice. We have to discard the lowest value. So hopefully the lowest value, there's only 1 dice out of them. I do have a good chance of using my Insta Shield in order to be able to change a blue to a red and get rid of this thing before I do a reroll. I got a bunch of rerolls already. This is going to be great. Here we go. 6 blue dice, and I don't have to re-roll any of them if I can just keep playing them. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. What is my lowest dice? Oh, I got scared. So my lowest is a 1. That's what's removed. I got scared because I saw all of those 3s, and I was like, no, I don't want to get rid of that many 3s. But now the problem is I don't have many spaces in order to be able to spend them on. 2, 6, that's a 5, and then 2 2s. However, what I am going to do is I will take one of these 4s and we're going to insta-shield this. So we flip this over. This blue 4 now becomes a red 4 that I can flip up by 1. I can flip it down by as well to a red 5 and boom, destroy this guy, getting Sonic another little furry friendly animal companion. That is gone. And I don't have to worry about rolling that black dice whenever I do the rerolls, which is what I'm going to be doing right now. All right, 4 blue dice on a reroll. Let's see what we got. Let's get something good. Come on. Give me 5s. Give me 2s. Give me 6s. Give me something. All right, we got 2 5s, a 4, and a 1. Let's see. This is getting a little bit out of the control there. Let's move stuff over. First things first, we are going to bumper it. Oh, man, dang it, Robotnik. I hate you there. But I got to do it. I have to put this 5 here in order to do it because that's actually my only option. I don't have any other options. One of these needed to be a 2. All these needed to be a 2, actually. Because I could have put a 2 there, a 2 here, and now I need a 2 there. Oh, boy. Well, more badniks out we go. All right, X equals the last spent die number, so it's a 5. Great. So if I roll a 5, that's bad. And now we have... cannot spend dice on this unless they're odd. All right, so it's another odd number that I would need in order to beat this. Wow, I need 2 6s in order to get rid of both of those. Ew. All right, I have to re-roll this because I don't have any other way to do it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. A 5 is bad at this point because that does damage. Nope, I got 2 3s and a 1. I mean, I do have my fire shield, which is good. That's going to be a good thing in order to be able to take damage on. There's nothing that I need a red on challenge-wise. That's not a challenge. That's defeating a badnik. So challenges are only thing on boards. I could spend any color die as if it's red, but it's not going to help me right now. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a boost token and go from there. So that's going to initiate a reroll. Here we go. If I roll a 5, I lose my fire shield, which I did, but I'm actually okay with that. Because at the very least, he loses his fire shield, which is bad, but at least it's kind of a whatever point. However, I can spend the 5 that I rolled in order to go here and at least avoid this. I don't gain any benefits, so I don't gain any animal companion or anything along that ways, but at least this guy is out of Sonic's area and he doesn't have to worry about him. And now I can do another reroll here because I have a 4 and a 3. Both of these don't work. I need 2s. And I have no way of making 2s. I just need 2s. There's a 2. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go a 2 right here, which is going to get me 2 rings. And then we'll activate this blue bumper here with the 5, boop, to go into a star zone, a star post, I should say, and save my rings. So Sonic has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rings. So all of that can be saved to his card. I have that all off camera down on the bottom. Because I did that with the star zone and saved 5 or more rings, we get to go to the zone again. Maybe we'll quickly find ourselves a KESS Emerald, but I'll take that. Let's see what power up we get. Come on, be a shield. Lightning shield. Replace the challenge reward with a double ring once per turn. So if I do something like a badnik or something like that, I can make that a double ring instead of the badnik. That's really, really, really good. I do that once per turn. Oh, I gotta hold on to that lightning shield. Okay, gotcha. All right, so we're not officially done with this yet. We need 1 more 5, if anything, to go here in order to finish it, but this does finish Sonic's turn. Over to Tails. Tails is gonna spin jump. Tails is 100% going to spin jump here. Now, granted, he can't do much in terms of the yellow yet, but if any one of those are a 6, he'll be able to go ahead and knock out these guys. Now, this is a 5 for right now because that was the last dice that was spent, but I need 6s. So we're going to roll 3 reds and go from there. All right, here we go. 3 reds. Come on, give me at least 1 6. 1 6? Nope, I have a 5, a 3, and a 1. I think I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to go ahead and just finish off this particular one. I thought about re-rolling them all with boost tokens, but I'll be all right. I'm going to get another boost token from this, so that gives Tails 5 boost tokens, which is insane. I'll be able to re-roll this and go from there. I do get a star post, but I only have 1 ring, so I'm not going to activate it. But again, at the very least, we're moving ourselves through. Get rid of this, and we only have 2 left. If we go to put a zone card down and there's none in the pile, we activate the boss rush. So we have to do 2 more of this, or 1, and then whatever this one is, whatever, in order to get to the boss. So we're getting very close to the boss. All right, with that said and done, let's go ahead and re-roll these because that's where we're in, the re-roll step, and I got a 5 and a 1. Oh no. All right, first things first, first re-roll token we have here. Technically, I did spend a 5 on my last dice, so this is going to hurt me, so I have to remember that. I just can't get a 5. I need a 6. Give me a 6. All right, there we go. Perfect. So let's go ahead and grab this 6. And I have to do it against this Kabasuria because I can only spend dice on this guy if they are odd. So at the very least, I can go pop, knock that guy out. We'll take this little friendly animal guy right here. That'll be part of Tails' new crew. This is gone. And because I spent a red dice on a badnik, I do get a yellow. We'll roll that yellow right on in. It's a 6. It doesn't really matter because now I have to go into the reroll step. As long as this isn't a 3, I should be okay. So 1, 2, 3, it's a 5. All right. I'm going to use Tails' Buddy Flight, and we're going to make that a 1. And we're going to change this 5 to a 6, and I'm going to take that right over here. So Tails will get himself a ring for using a yellow, and we get a power-up. Now, the problem is that I have to go to the next space over here, which is a 2, and that means somebody's taking a time token. But we're far enough into this where I'm confident taking those, and I'm not worried about, like, losing it to not having enough time. All right, Tails, what did you get? Power up is Hyper Ring. Held rings are worth 15 points. If I take damage, I keep half of my held rings rounded up and I discard this. So it's like a mini shield. So the Hyper Ring is kind of like a mini shield that you get for your character. You equip it just the same as you would a shield, but you can have a shield on top of this. And then whenever you lose this, if you lose rings, the Hyper Ring goes, so it's like you use shields, you would lose the Hyper Ring, and then you would lose whatever rest of your rings you have. So that's actually really good because if I take any damage, then I'm only losing 1 ring, and then I take another damage, 1 more ring, and he's already actually pretty good. All right, last one, come on, come on, come on. This is an odd number, so this should be a 6. Nope, it's a 4. Boost token number 1. Let's see how many boost tokens Tails is going to use. That's a 5. I really don't want to use all my boost tokens, but I'm going to try 1 more. We're going to try 1 more boost token right here in order to get a 6. Nope, I got a 3. That is bad. I'm going to say that this Chaos Emerald here can change colors into the same color. So I'm going to use the white Chaos Emerald here. We're going to add a dice to the dice pool, which is going to be a red, and then I'm going to re-roll the other red in there. So now I'm rolling 2 red dice in the hopes that one of them gives me something that I could use. So I'll be rolling this into it, and then we have this one as well. Let's roll them both, shall we? Because the other does get that re-roll, and it's a 5 and a 3. Oh, I need 2s. Using all the boost tokens because he has them. Might as well, we're at this point in the game. God, come on. This is it. This is his last thing. This is his last boost token. I know I probably shouldn't have used them all, but you know, you gotta go through. You gotta do what you gotta do. A 1 and a 3. Well, sadly, I gotta put it right here in order to start this one up because I'd rather do this in order to be able to just kind of bumper my way across right here. Just do the super peel out in hopes that it get to the end. But everybody now gets another badnik. All right, here we go. What do we got? This guy again, but now it's even. So I can't defeat the one without odd and this one without even. That's fun. And Oh, another one of these guys for Sonic. Again, he doesn't hurt me on anything, but he'll always force me to roll a black dice when I do my reroll. Get one more roll. This is it. This is the last roll here for this thing. It is a 6, and it is an odd number of dice in my pool, which means I at least can defeat one of these guys and gain Tails another little animal companion. Let's give him the mouse, because why not? So now Tails has 3 little animal companions here. I'm actually just going to move this Chaos Emerald out of here because he can't use it anymore for anything. And yeah, all right, so that's that then. We did complete something. We have one up here. It is now Sonic's turn. Yeah, let's peel out there, Sonic. All right, Insta Shield has come back. We have 6 dice because we're doing the super peel out. We haven't done the drop dash yet because we haven't really well, Tails kind of handles the yellow and Sonic is right here for the blue. So yeah, what do we got? What's our lowest? Our lowest are 2s, unfortunately. So we lose both of those dice. So it's all the lowest amounts, but we're still doing pretty good. We do have 6, 6, 4, and 3. And I think what I'm going to do is we're just going to start going crazy because these are my doubles. We'll go 6 here in order to get a boost token for that. And then because I spent a blue, and it's a blue, we have another 6 right here. So let's give Sonic another power up from that reward here. So put this here. We'll give him another power up. It is a super ring. So he gains 5 rings. Hooray! All right, that's fun. That's nice, because if he goes all the way to the end, he'll be able to activate this. But he's not going to be able to get the end because we have 2 dice right here. I can't spend a 4 or a 3 on anything, so we're going to go ahead and do a roll. Unfortunately, I need to roll the black dice with this in order to be able to satisfy the Hotaru's condition. 3. All right, so nothing gets hit, which is good, but I do have 2 2s right here. I'm just going to spend them. I'm going to spend 1 right here so I can start working my way down this way. So unfortunately, he does take a time token, which is going to be like negative points at the end of the game. And then this other 2, we're going to go up here, and he's going to grab 3 rings in order to add that to his supply. Hopefully, he'll grab a star post sometime soon. All right, there we go. He didn't need to use his thingy right here. Because it wouldn't have mattered. I used all my 6s. This isn't really that bad. He's not like the worst enemy at all. That thing is far worse because it forces me to do that stuff. All right, so I think what I'm going to do now is we're going to go over the Tails. Tails is going to go back up to 2. I think he's going to use the propeller tail. And on his rerolls, he will gain a yellow if 2 or more dice are spent. So whatever I roll here, I get to keep, which is great. But if I spend 2 in a row, then I'll be able to, gain a yellow dice to my pool, which hopefully I can use that to get rid of this guy. And we desperately need these blue dice because we have a lot of things here that require blue dice. What do we got? 6, 6. Oh my goodness, the mark of the, come on. What am I going to do? Honestly, what am I going to do? I'm going to spend them all right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to take this 3, we're going to put that right up here. And we're going to go ahead and draw a power-up for Tails. Hopefully he gets a shield because he can have that. Power Sneakers. Nope, that's just as good because that means he gains 2 boost tokens that he's going to be able to use at some point. Who knows? All right, now then, first things first, bloop, a 6 right here. So now everybody gets a Badnik. Tails' second Badnik is... X is whatever the last one you've spent. It's going to be a 6, at least at this point. Not that bad. I'm not going to be re-rolling anything. Oh no! Now Sonic has to roll 2 black dice in order. Oh, that's bad on his re-rolls. Oh, that's not good. That's not fun. All right, continuing on over here. Oh, joy, I love this game. Put the 6 right here. I'm going to put the 6 right here anyway, just one after another. So now Tails is going to get himself a time token as well. But at the very least, we just need a 6 right here in order to finish off this zone. Putting the last one in play, and then whatever the next one we do is going to be the end of the main run, and then we'd be off to the boss. All right, Tails is in the special zone. How's it say? Will he find himself another emerald? Nope, he found a single ring. That's fine. But he did find a white bumper, so he gets to go again. Another white bumper and another ring for Tails. Good for him. Yeah, sure. Just keep going through the stack, Tails. Another. Wow. Okay, that's good calls there, Tails. I wish he There we go. Okay, I wish he went onto a star pose because that's 5 right there. Tails. Oh, goodness, Eggman, Mark. Choose a player to draw a Badnik. I'm going to give this to Tails because it's going to be his last Badnik that he can have for him. And he has a Hotaru as well, which is fine, which is actually not fine because it's 1 black dice for everyone in play. So now Sonic is going to be rolling 3 of these if he does a reroll step. Oh, that's no bueno. Well, in that case, then, we do need to defeat these guys as fast as we can. So spin dash it is. Let's start rolling a red and a blue dice and hope for the best. All right, here we go. No doubles, no doubles, no doubles. All right, I got a 4 and a 3. That was a 3. Come back here. Come back here, 3. Where are you? It was a 3. You guys saw it. It was a 3. It was a 4 and a 3. Now we get another set of red and blue, and it is a 4 and a 6. Okay, this isn't so bad. This isn't so bad. I know I'm going to have to do some re-rolling, but at the very least, I can get rid of one of these Hotarus by using this red 6 right here and popping that one right there. So that's a red 6 that's gone. Sonic gets another one of these, and unfortunately, we're going to have to be in our re-roll step. So it's 2 black dice in addition to 3 other dice. And the problem with this is that boost tokens do not count when rolling black dice. These are hazard dice, so I can't like re-roll them at all. Yep, there it is. There it is. So it's not that I take 2 damage here. I take 1 damage, but that also means that my lightning shield is gone because those black things deal 1 damage to me. So poof, this is gone from Sonic, which stinks because I would have loved to use that to change this Eggman head into a a double ring and not have to worry about it. But that's fine. This is what we have. I can, well, finishing up the whole thing is very important at this point. Get rid of all of these blue dice is great. Yeah, we each are going to be taking another Badnik. Actually, only Sonic is going to take a Badnik because Tails is at 3, and you can only have a maximum of 3. So ideally speaking, this is probably the best situation right now because Tails could probably, hopefully get rid of them with a spin jump, and then this goes, oh man, come on, I just got rid of you guys. Well, with that said, we're able to then get rid of this card here, and Sonic can activate a star post, which feels a little dangerous to do because of everything that's going on, but I'm going to activate it because it is going to send him to the special zone, being that he has at least 5 rings going in. And then maybe this will give him something good, like a KESS Emerald. Nope, he gets a boost token. So we'll put that right up here, which is fine. He gets to go again because that was a, a white bumper, but that is a red sphere. He does get a power up, which is a super ring. So he gains 5 rings, which is really not that bad because maybe I might use those 5 rings to trigger the green KESS Emerald just to add a little bit more to the dice pool and possibly get rid of one more of these guys. All right, so let's put this last one right here. Oh, look at that. Wow, I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. That's the win right there if we can manage to do that. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend the 5 rings that Sonic has as a campaign mode. This is what you do. It's only in your held rings, not anything that you have stored. I spend 5 rings, and I'm going to activate the KESS Emerald here, the green one, so that is 1 blue and 1 yellow, and then I can spend dice on either path. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to flip this over. I'm going to remove it, move it from the field, just so we don't have to worry about it. But I do get 1 blue and 1 yellow added to my dice pool. All right, so these just kind of drop in here and whatnot. I think I spent a red, so I have to do a reroll anyway, which is bad because I now have, oh, this is really bad. Oh, I shouldn't have done that because I have to do the reroll and I have to spend these 3. Oh, all right, well, wish me luck. I think this is what's happening. Oh, I think this is it. And if I die, I die. All right, let's see here. Okay, well, there it is. That's the problem. Because even if I use my Insta Shield, which is, I could avoid damage by changing this to a red and changing the number, but because that's a 5, it's not going to really matter. So 5 or 6, I've taken damage. Sonic doesn't have any more rings or anything like that, so he has suffered a death. I'm sure that when I go through this again through editing, I'll be like, no, you could have kept spending dice, you idiot. But I don't remember, to be honest with you. I have so much that just happened right now that I kind of lost track of whatever it is I was doing. I shouldn't have done that with the Emerald if that was the case. I was really just thinking to myself, get as many blue dice as you can and get out of here. But regardless of anything, this is not a bad thing because, yes, Sonic has lost a life. However, by doing that, he does lose all of his badniks that are attached to him, meaning that when Tails does a reroll, he only has to roll one of the black dice. So it's a blessing in the skies, I guess you can say. And again, I couldn't use my reroll tokens because hazard dice, you can't do those on rerolls. With that said, I'm 99.9% sure a 6 was the last one that was used because that's what was used in order to get rid of that badnik that Sonic had. A red 6, so I'm pretty sure that's a 6 right here. I really need to start getting rid of these guys, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to spin jump. We're going to use 3 red dice and hope for the best in order to get rid of these things. Even though I want to continue down the line here, I want to get rid of those badniks on Tails as well. 3, 3, 2. All right, well, at least I can use the 2 on this turn to go here and bump that guy out of here. So this is gone. That's good. Tails gets another little animal guy, and I don't have to worry about rolling the black dice on the reroll, which I'm going to be doing right now for the 2. I also get a yellow dice added to it because I used a red dice on a badnik. All right, here we go. That just rolls on in. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and do the reroll. What would I just spend? I spent a 2, so they're both 2s. So anything, a 2 is probably bad. All right, there we go. I'm going to spend it right here. I'm going to go a 5 in order to gain 1 ring, and I'm going to go ahead and activate the Star Post. Because the Star Post will at least give me 6, which will enable me to go into the special zone. He found it last time. He did not find it this time. Give me a shield, please. A blue shield. Fantastic. When the shield is discarded, you may instantly end your turn without a time token. Okay, that's going to be good. So then I can just kind of get rid of the blue shield, not have to worry about a time token, and just end my turn without any problems. We do have to do a reroll now, so let's see what we can get. We have an even number of these guys, 6 and a 3. And I'm going to discard the blue shield and just say this is the end of Tails' turn. Normally what's going to happen if you can't spend anything and you just choose to end your turn, you would take damage, and then you would have to take a time token, discarding all the stuff. I won't be discarding any badniks because I didn't lose a life technically, but the blue shield is going to be taking the damage for me, and it means I do not have to collect a time token as well. So Tails' turn is pretty much just being forfeited right now. I'd rather do this way Sonic can come in and peel out his way to the end. I figure with 4 boost tokens and 6 dice, he should be able to do something. So let's grab our blue dice, roll it up. We don't have to roll any more, black dice, so we should be pretty good for right now. All right, here we go. Roll it up, roll it up, roll it up, roll it up. Boom. Nice, we get to take this 1 out of here, and our dice pool consists of a 6, a 6, a 5, a 5, and a 4. How I wish I had a triple right now, but I do not. However, what I am going to do is, let's do 5. 5 seems to be the best one right now. So we'll put a 5 here to gain another boost token for Sonic. We'll gain another 5 here, because remember, we don't have to re-roll these because they're run dice, to gain 2. I can take this 4. Can I do anything with this 4? I don't think I could do anything with this 4. I wish this wasn't a blue. I wish it was a white, because then I would change it to a red and at least finish that off. No, that's going to have to be the end of that then. So these are gained, and I'm going to have to do a reroll. So here we go. We're rerolling these 3 dice. 5s are kind of what we're looking for right now. Oh my god, I think we did it. That's great. Okay, so we're going to take this 5, bloop, right there. So we have 2. That is awesome. And then we're going to go ahead and take the 4 and put that right here. Man, I wish I had my lightning shield to change that to what I wanted to, but unfortunately everybody gets a badnik, but Sonic also gains another boost token. All right, so we'll put that up there. I gave him his other stuff here. Unfortunately, again, everyone gains another badnik, so Sonic gains this guy, which is 4 was the last one. I'm probably not going to remember that at all. Oh my goodness, everyone gets this. So I'm going to have to remember this. There's got to be a way to remember it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this black one up here because they'll all be the same number regardless. So 4. If I roll a 4, that means that these guys hit. That's how that's going to work. However, the other positive thing is we have completed this zone. All this is done. That is gone. We have no more in order to be able to go through. So we are off to the boss zone. So we flip this over and we see we are fighting dun, 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 Metal Sonic. The Metal Sonic Badnik card is going to be attached to whoever the next player is, which is Tails. Regardless of how many of these guys he has, Metal Sonic will always be attached to him. We're going to move that up a little bit. Hopefully Tails will get rid of some of these guys. Metal Sonic's ability is that bumper spaces require blue. So if there's any bumper spaces that happen to be on these boss pattern cards when I lay them out, they must be blue. For a 4 yellow, we can flip him over, but we cannot spend dice to hit the boss. So even though we flip him over and we can spend other colored dice on bumpers, we can't hit him so long as it's like this because he's in like some type of defensive stance. So generally, we're going to be leaving him as is. We do have to watch for this right here because he will hit on blue 3s. So yeah, that's going to be a thing. He does have a 3 level, so we're going to be putting 3 cards across each one of the paths right here. And he has 2 health on him. So we have to hit him twice in order to be able to do damage. And to do that, as you can see here, we need 2 of the same one in order to do it. However, they both need to be blue while he has that thing flipped over. Even if it's on the other side, we can't damage him anyway. So it's kind of pointless. All right, here we go. We're just going to be doing this. So that's 1. Well, it's top to bottom, left to right. So the top one is 1, 2, 3. So we got that. Next we got 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at those. Oh my goodness. In order to hit that middle, we got to do so much. And this one's 1. Yep, those are all blue. 2 and a 3. Oh my goodness. Okay. So the way that this works is that each one of these cards basically counts as its own separate zone card. So as soon as we complete it, then it comes off and we can work our way slowly down the way in order to hit Metal Sonic. If we ever hit him successfully, at the end of that turn, we refill everything and got to do it again. But at least we're able to kind of go along. Now, blue is going to be our friend because we need lots of blue up here. All bumpers are blue. This is going to be, it's going to be Sonic all the way. Hopefully Tails can do something as well. Actually, it's still Sonic's turn because he spent his last dice in order to activate it. So he still has this 1 blue dice right here that he can use. And because it's a blue 5, I'd rather not re-roll it. I'm just going to put it right there on that bumper because they have to be blue and start that off. So we're going to start working our way down this way. Now it is Tails' turn. So Metal Sonic jumps over here in order to go and attack him. Tails is going to use his propeller tail. The problem is I want to roll as many dice as possible to get rid of things, but if I roll a 4, he's going to be taking damage, and it's going to be really bad. He'll lose the hyper ring, and only the hyper ring, which is fine. But, yeah, man, half hit. Well, no, he doesn't have any rings to lose, so I think he still is going to take max damage from this. That's going to be terrible. Yeah, okay, so we're going to use the propeller tail, roll the 4 dice, and see what we can get. All right, Tails, here we go. Tails never fails, as I said. Let's go. All right, so we got a 5, a 4, a 1, and a 6. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this 5, we're going to put that right there, and because we have completed one of the routes here, this entire card then comes off the field. We can choose either one that we want to do here. The top would have been great in order to save some stuff, but I'll probably use the bottom, which I'm going to do anyway. So we'll put the 6 right there. That's fine. We'll get rid of this one. I could open them up for damage. What do I want to do? I want to kill one of you guys first. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take that 4 because I don't need any specific numbers. And this isn't a reroll, so it wouldn't hit me anyway. So that is going to be gone. It's just avoided, so I don't have to worry about, what is it? I won't be gaining any animal companion for it. And you know what, we're going to do it. I'm going to put the 1 right here. We're going to take the time token, unfortunately, and this comes off the board. So now we can hit him at least once. I would rather kind of wait until we do something else. Cannot use boost tokens if there are no blue dice in the dice pool. I got to remember that as well. Each of the bosses has a special thing. I haven't used any boost tokens yet, so I didn't worry about that, but blue is the thing. Blue is the thing, for sure. All right, so 1 was the last thing that I spent, so we're going to switch that to a 1. So now both of these guys hit at 1. Metal Sonic jumps his way back over here, and we're just going to, again, super peel out right now. If I can hit him and then get rid of this guy, that would be great. One less badnik to worry about on the field. And then all the blue that I have, I should be able to get closer to Metal Sonic and do more damage. Super peel out, roll 6 blue dice. We got, oh good, there's my, all right, so that one is gonna come off, that's fine. But the problem now is I needed a 3. So let's make a 3, shall we? I don't mind doing the rerolls at this point. We're gonna do the spin and we'll take that blue 2 and we'll make it a red 2 and then we can adjust it by 1 to a 3 and boom, at least kill that guy right there. Sonic gains 1 more animal companion and this is gone. I did spend a 3 on my last one, so we'll just put that up there. Very good. And now I don't mind re-rolling these things so I don't have to worry about taking a hit or whatever. Well, technically, Metal Sonic will hit me if I roll a 3, but I can use a boost token because there are blue within the dice pool. 1, 1, 1, 2. No, that's bad. All right, blue in the dice pool. Let's start using our boost tokens right here in order to do what we can. So 1, 2, 3, here we go. You know what the problem is I need the 3. I need a 3 in order to get past this one. And if I hit it, then Metal Sonic is going to mess me up. All right, here we go. Another boost token right here. I'm hoping for a 3, as sad as that is. Hey, I got it. Amazing. Problem is that that's the damage point right here for Metal Sonic, so I don't have any other things, so I lose all of my rings, but at least Sonic is still in the game, and we can move ourselves down. So I'll take this 3, put that there in order to get rid of this, and then I'll take this 1, put that here in order to get rid of this, and then whatever I do here, it's all got to be blue straight down, so what do I want? Do I want a 4? Do I want a 4 or a 6? I don't know. Let's do the 4. Good stuff. We'll do, you know what? No, I'm not going to do either of those right now. Instead, I'm going to take my reroll. So I'm going to see if I can get a double out of this. It's possible. Never can tell. So 1, 2, 3, we roll down. It's a 4 and a 1. Okay, that's whatever. I'll take the 4. We'll put that there because they all have to be blue. This is the reroll for this one. It's a 2. That's not going to happen. Boost token activate because it's a blue in the pool. It'll work. Oh, it's a 3. Gotta use a boost token on that or else Sonic is dead. So here we go. 4. Perfect. So 4 right there. And that is the end of Sonic's turn. This then jumps back up to a 4 because that's what I'm looking for, of course. Where's the 4? There it is. No. Move. All right, Metal Sonic, fly over here. There we go. Propeller tail in order to be able to do 4 blue. I feel like I should have rolled the yellow last turn for this, but I'm not going to really worry about it right now. I'm just worried about doing as much damage to this chrome jerk as much as I can. Okay, propeller tail using all 4 blue dice right here, and down we go. All right, so that's okay. All right. So that's good. That's good. Remember, this is my initial roll, so the other guy doesn't hit me at all. What I can do is I can do 4 here, which then gets rid of this. And now we can start working our way across here. Oh, man, what do I want to do? Because if I put 2 here and do damage to Metal Sonic, then the all of this gets refilled. I really don't want to do that because I don't want to, like, I'd rather not do that. What I do get is a yellow dice into the pool, which is like a whatever at this point. If that was a 3, I would have been able to spend it, oddly enough, but I cannot. What I am going to do, though, is I will spend this yellow dice, because I did spend a blue not too long ago, and I'm going to go ahead, because I have an even number, I'm going to spend it on this guy right here, just to avoid him, get him out of there, and then not have to worry about anything. Spending a yellow does give Tails a ring, so I am protected from whatever at this point. So 1 bad Nick and Metal Sonic flying around. All right, reroll time. Come here. Reroll, rerolls. All right, so again, the 3 is bad, but the problem is I got to take it. I have to take this 3. I got to take. So losing half my rings, which is all of them, and unfortunately I do lose the hyper ring as well. At least Tails is still alive. And I can spend, before I do anything else, this blue 2 right here in order to get rid of this guy, or at least avoid him, so I don't gain any animal companions, but at least he's gone. The downside, however, is that I need to spend this 3 right here to do this, and now each of us gain a Badnik back. So, boo to that, but at least we can get rid of this card. Badnik for Tails. We're almost out of this pile. Another one of these guys that's even, and the Dango again. Oh, man, and then he has all blues and everything. Oh, jerk. All right, so normally in this situation, you always have a choice at this point. I've always been going to the reroll step afterwards. The problem is if you reroll and you have no place to put your dice and you don't have any boost tokens or don't want to use them, you take a damage and then bad things happen. I'm going to end my turn right now without going into the reroll stage. So what that means is that this goes back to discard pile and we do take a time token. We only have 3 left, so we got to be careful how much time we're wasting in order to be able to finish this off. But I need Sonic to go because I think his spin dash would be enough to get what I need to do 1, 2 damage and finish Metal Sonic off once and for all. So he flies back over here. This flips up. And all I'm really worried about is rolling as many things as I can. The double, hopefully I'll get a double blue in order to be able to do what I got to do. Yes, it takes 2 dice in order to get rid of this guy. Maybe I do that. I don't know. It really all depends on what I roll, but I am doing a spin dash. All right, here we go. First 2 dice that we're rolling, 6 and a 5. Okay. The next 2 dice that we're rolling are a 1 and a 3. Hey, we get to keep everything so far. Next, we roll a 3 and a 4. All right. This actually may work out. This could work. Oh, we won. We beat him. No, we didn't. I'm sorry. I jumped the gun a little bit. I apologize. Mainly the whole thing is I thought I could use my void, but I have to first exhaust this token to change a blue to a red, and then I can change it by 1. I need my blues right now to do stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take both of these blues and we're going to go 1, 2, and that does hit Metal Sonic. Remember, all bumpers are blue while he's in play. So what that means is because we did this, we have done 1 damage to Metal Sonic. I don't remember if this triggers now or at the end of the round. I think it triggers at the end of the round because then you look through this to see how many of these you have covered up completely. And if you have completely covered them up, then you do the damage. However, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 4, and ideally we're going to bounce on this Dango right here. So this flips it back over, and now it's causing us to re-roll this 4. Re-rolling this 4 could be great because I might be able to roll a 3. Yeah, doesn't matter. I could roll a 3, and if I roll a 3, then we beat Metal Sonic. So we have a 1 in 6 chance. Do we get it? No, we don't get it, unfortunately. It is still our turn. And I think because it's a continuation from the blue, I can just kind of stop, right? Is that a thing? I'm honestly not really 100% sure how that Dango works really well, but I'm going to say that I am finished with that first round, and I'm going to go into my reroll step right now. So I'm going to take all of these, and we're just going to go into a reroll right here, and there it is. Okay, so regardless of anything, we're going to go, I'm going to take this 3, going to go right here. I'm not going to move forward. We're going to call out the end of the turn. 1 damage, boom, and 2 damage, boom. And we have beaten Metal Sonic. Boom. Okay, let's do some final scoring here just for the heck of it. I do have the book right here in order to get an idea of how much each person gets. We are in a 2-player game. So first thing we're looking for is speed, and that would be whoever has the most zone cards. So it's +3 speed for each card, -1 for each, time token. So 3, 6, 5, 3, 6, 9, 6. So Tails wins this. Tails has 100 points so far. Then it's 10 points per ring. Sonic has 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it's 250 to Tails' 5, 10. So it's 100, 110, 120, 130. All right. There's just going to be a score somewhere on here. So I don't remember 5, 10, 50, 20, 25, so 250 right there. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, so 130 points added to Tails' 100, so that's 230 right there. Next is 20 points per animal companion, so Tails gets an extra 2, 4, 6, 80 points added to his score. All right, that brought him up to 310, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 120 points added to Sonic's. So Sonic is at 370. Death tokens, minus 30 points for every death token, so Sonic is going to lose 30 points. And then Chaos Emeralds, these are collected by everybody, so they do not count, but Tails does have this one. He did use it, so he gets 20 points added to his score. Making the final score, 340 to 330. This is why I don't care about points, because it's so close. It's like, yes, Sonic is better than Tails. We know this. This is fact. This has been proven many times before, but he's not that much better, obviously. Tails shows his own powers, or Tails Miles power or whatever it is. His own ability to hold his own within these things and be able to help Sonic every way he can in order to take down the enemies. Now that, being that we are in a pseudo campaign mode, I now will have 2 different Chaos Emeralds to bring with me into the next zone that I'm going to do, which is the Lava Reef zone. So you're going to be able to see both of these there. I'm going to try to earn more Chaos Emeralds because I'd love to at least earn 1 or 2 more that way. And then you'll be able to see what Knuckles and Amy can do over there. So thank you all for checking out this session for Sonic Roll, going through the Stardust Speedway zone. I don't know why I lost it for a moment there. It's been a long game and I completely lost the track of what the heck I was talking about. It's right there in front of me. Why didn't I ever read it? Guys, let me know what you think of this game. Would you have done anything differently as you watch me play? Did I make any mistakes that you think could have been detrimental to this or whatever? Or is this something that you think you'd be interested in? Is this a game that you would love to pick up at some point? I believe you can find these at Targets now, so they're readily available to everyone else. Huge thank you to KESS Entertainment for sending me this game in order to be able to show you guys how all this plays. I do look forward to the next one that I'm going to do, so that means in order for you not to miss that, be sure you are subscribed to the Home Gamer Dad. If you wish to support the channel even further, hey, I would love you for you to do that. That would be awesome. There are plenty of ways to do that down in the description. But in all honesty, your view, your like, your share, your comments are more than enough to help this really reach out to as many people as possible. Guys, you've been absolutely amazing. Thank you again. As always, take care of yourselves and each other. We are family forever, gaming together, finding these nice shiny gems everywhere we go. They say they're emeralds, even though we do have a green one, so it's definitely an emerald right there. But whatever, it is what it is. They're going to call them what they want to call them. You want to get them all. You want to collect them all because of the great rewards that this game has. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.